Good evening. Is the frequency in use? Is Good evening. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? Fine business. My name is Paul. K4PEW net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? And I'll take that as a no. If there was any emergencies, call 911 first, or if you can't do that, call us. And that's we'll break any time for that. For information on this net, you can see us on our website, which is 146415.net. And you can also look at some Yahoo groups, MJ_SS, or on my email address, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey at ARRL.net. We normally meet at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night at 8 p.m. We conduct the net on 146415. If you hear this perfectly, then you're on frequency. Purpose of the net is to support and train ham radio people for emergency communications and hopefully have some fun doing it. Figure out who you can hear, can't hear, and who can hear you. We invite everyone to use the net to announce amateur radio activities, events, resources, and training in support of the city of Mount Juliet and the surrounding communities. It's a directed net, and all traffic should be conducted. Traffic should be, directed through net control, which would be me. Does anybody have any announcements tonight? All right, then the big announcement of the day is we had a good event there at Wilson County Fairgrounds for the Middle Tennessee Ham Quest. That was really nice. So we had a table there for Simplex, and there's a fair amount of interest in that. Not everybody, of course, only the smart ones. I don't know. There's another. Of course, we got two Ham Fests coming up. One of them would be Bowling Green, and another one would be Cedars of Lebanon, which is coming up. I have to look. You can look up the dates, and then of course the one in Bowling Green. Oh, and the one that's I think it's August or September. It might even be October. The one down there in Huntsville. I'll have to look that. You can look that one up too. No more announcements. Okay, then we got our net, of course, tonight, and then today is what, Saturday. So the next one is going to be the Tuesday night amateur radio club for Vanderbilt University, and it's on 443-800 with a plus offset and a 123 PL. That's at 7:30 p.m. on Tuesdays, every Tuesday. Then of course the Wilson County Amateur Radio Club net, which is on Thursday at 8 p.m. That's 147 and 105 plus offset and 156.7. Does anybody have any questions about those? And of course, the other announcement is I am doing a live stream again. I asked Robin K4IDC if he thought it was worthwhile doing the live feed, and he told me that it was mildly amusing. So I may put that as a print on the front end of this. Warning, may be mildly amusing, because there's no real value in seeing me necessarily, unless you like to see me making faces when certain people get on the air. I don't think I was doing that, but somebody told me I was. So I was just thinking about doing some audio, but we'll see. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether I'm on the air or not. I just don't think anybody is really that super interested in seeing me particularly, rather than just hearing the audio, which is, I think, valuable to anyone who wants to hear what I hear of their signal, or hear of somebody else's signal for that matter. So if anybody has any comments on that, you can email me at k4pew@arrl.net. All righty. Any other announcements? Please come in.
KG for us folks, just getting home.
Okay, we appreciate that announcement. Really? Okay. All right, Charles, appreciate it. The announcements was over, and we're going to start taking check-ins. We'll do that from the east this time. Let's go east on Mount Juliet Road. Please come in.
WA4ZHI.
Hey, there you go. You didn't make it over there today, I don't think, did you?
No, I had other things I had to take care of.
Oh, I know the feeling. I had other things I had to take care of too. I just didn't get them done until after I got back, unfortunately. But no, it was nice. I think you would have liked it if you were there. But if you're not particularly looking for anything, no sense wasting time and money going over there to stare at old people's equipment or old equipment.
Yeah, whatever. And by the way, I'm talking on the 5-watt HT.
Oh, really? Well, if you heard your audio just now, which would be 5 minutes after the hour, you'd be shocked. It's really loud.
It's a good HT, I guess. Yay, Sue.
Yeah, I think they make good HTs. Yep, they make good radios all around. Well, very good, James. Good to have you in there. And that's Whiskey Alpha 4 Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel India, and he's right there in the middle of Mount Juliet, just east of the library. It's a friend of mine used to say. Who else east of Mount Juliet Road? Please come in.
Okay, I'm sorry, TV.
Hello, Stan. Yeah, it was good to see you today. Did you buy anything worth the darn?
Good to see you too, Paul. I bought a Pentac mic and some, a book or two, but that's about all I bought.
Yeah, you spent $5 to get in, and you spent $5 on the two items. Oh, you said you bought a microphone too, did you?
QSL, bought a Pentac 707 and a few connectors, but not a whole lot of stuff.
Is that what that is? A microphone, the 707?
QSL.
Oh, I didn't know. Is that a really good mic, I take it?
It was one of the, or maybe the last mic that they made when they were still making very many amateur radio products. But a lot of people like it a lot. It's, in a way, it kind of looks like a Shure mic, so I don't know if Shure made it or who made it.
Well, a lot of, as you know, there's a lot of things that get private labeled to their own, someone else's specifications. So that may be what happened if it looks like that one of those Shure mics.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like a Shure. I think it's a 55. It's the one that's got the horizontal grills in it.
Yeah, I know which one. I think I know which one you're talking about. That's kind of a classic, isn't it? But yeah, you know what I'm saying is that oftentimes the big manufacturers, I'm guessing Shure was really big comparatively, and I don't think that, I'm going to guess and say that I wonder if Tentec actually made any of their microphones. It could have private labeled all of it.
Yeah, it could have. I won't hold you up, Paul. Back to net, KM4HQ.
Yeah, very good, Stan. Good to hear you. And of course, that's Stan, Kilo Mike 4, Hotel Quebec Echo, and he is in just a little bit north of downtown Lebanon. Lebanon. Who else east of Mount Juliet Road? Please come in.
Kilo 4, Uniform Echo Yankee.
Man, you know how loud you were right there. Kilo 4, you know how loud you were?
No, I'm a little HT. I didn't.
No, you're not on the HT now, are you?
I am.
Are you out in the driveway?
Sitting out in the yard where I've got a sweet spot.
Oh, you need to do me a favor. It's Kilo 4. I screwed up the what I was writing here. Say that again.
Kilo 4. Kilo 4, Uniform Echo Yankee.
Ah, where are you located with a HT that's that loud? I mean, that thing is not killing me. It's just a big signal.
I'm out in the Legordo area.
In the which area is that again?
Legordo.
Ah, okay. Yeah, no, really. It's you're like 20 over S9 to me. That doesn't sound like an HT. You're doing great. And what was your first name again?
First name is Hoyt.
Very good, Hoyt. Yeah, I don't think you've checked into the net before, have you?
I have not. I had my technician rating for probably about 3 years and never did much with it. I'm working on this little HT right now, and I've got a real radio coming here in the next few days.
Well, I'd say welcome to the hobby, but you've been in it a while. But welcome to the Simplex Net. We have open arms to anyone who wants to get on the air, and we think that Simplex is a great way to do it, and it's a great way to meet new people. I think you already know we meet every second Saturday at Barbecuties in Mount Juliet for breakfast, and we've been getting anywhere from 12 to, I don't know, 18 people or so. It's kind of fun meeting up with other people and asking questions. And but we think this is a good outlet for people who, especially those who are new. They can, get up with people who want to talk on Simplex and have some fun.
Oh, great! If I can get a hall pass from the wife, I'll try to be there.
Well, you can bring your wife too. It's a mixed affair.
Will do. Thanks.
Well, very good. I appreciate you. And you're looking at LaGuardo. And I'm terrible with geography here since I'm retired, and I don't really get out as much. I used to know where I used to live in Florida. I used to know it like the back of my hand. I could give you directions I can tell you which bathrooms were best all over the, half of the state. But in this case, LaGuardo is where now? Tell me where without looking it up.
It's just off the parking lot formerly known as Highway 109.
Okay, I got you. Very good. LaGuardo. Everybody else probably knows. I don't. But boy, we really do appreciate you being there. We really do. In fact, if you monitor this frequency, you'll often hear people during the day, and if you call out, day and evening, you'll hear somebody usually at different parts of the day. It's relatively active, especially even more active than most repeaters I'm familiar with.
KG4S.
Yeah, hold on, Charles. All right, I appreciate it. You're doing fine there from LaGuardo. Who else do we have east of Mount Juliet Road?
KN4LXH.
All right, KN4LXH. You're going to stretch my brain here. It's been a long day for me. The first name again, please.
Yeah, this is Jimmy, east of Mount Juliet Road, north of the high school.
Jimmy, that's so annoying that I can't remember your call. That is annoying to me. I'm sorry about that. Again, you'd think I'm going to make a point. I'm going to have to sit on this one and memorize it. I used to be able to memorize, my gosh, I had probably 20 or 30 phone numbers for a crew that used to work for me in the field. And I knew all of their beeper numbers, phone numbers, employee numbers, and I can't even remember a stinking call here. Sorry about that. Yeah, you have a good signal, and it was good to see you today, finally.
Yeah, you too. Well, I have sort of a forgettable personality, though.
No, I wouldn't say that. No, a forgettable personality. I don't think so. No, that LXM is LXH. That should clue me in because that's a unique series of letters there in the end, LXH. Well, anyway, appreciate you being in there, Jim. You got a great signal. How far are you copying? Do you know from the past nets?
I'm sorry. How far am I copying?
Yeah, I mean, do you have any particular areas that you do well in that are far away?
You're talking about 2 meters, right?
Yeah, I meant on this net.
I'm on sort of the side of a hill here, and most of the stations to the north are knocked down pretty good. I don't have any problem to the south and east and southwest and southeast, but to the north is the problem.
Okay, very good. Yeah, because like I said, you have a great signal to me, but again, you're, I don't know, maybe 6 miles from them, something like that. All right, good to have you in there, Jimmy. That's Kilo November 4 Lima X-Ray Hotel, and that's Jimmy in North Mount Juliet, up there by 70, north of the high school. Who else we got east of Mount Juliet Road? Anybody else east of Mount Juliet Road? Please come in.
KG4 Maze.
Man, you a day late and $1 short. Didn't show up at the thing today and everything.
Yeah, usually that's the way it goes too, man. I'm always like that. You call me late for dinner. Hell, I'll be late. So how's it going there, Mr. Paul?
I didn't realize until I sat down here, as I was looking at myself on the monitor, that I was wearing that hat all day and my hair looks like, well, not that it makes any difference to me, but maybe it looks like a crazy person.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I was sitting here listening to your conversation with the fella just a minute ago and said you couldn't remember his call, or you had 12,000 memories in your brain and you just can't remember his. I know you got a piece of paper and a pencil right in front of you.
Oh, I do, but that doesn't mean I'd have to go back and look. I'd have to go back and research. And I don't have that much time. Otherwise, everybody knows I was just looking, so they can see me on the pictures here, see me searching for a call.
Ah, I see, said the blind man.
Yeah, as he picked up his hammer and saw.
All right, Paul, we'll talk to you in a minute. Let's get on with the net. KG4 MIC.
Yeah, and of course that was the lollygagger Kevin, who couldn't make it a mile and a half over to the Ham Fest today. KG4 MIZ. Kilo Golf 4 Mike India Zulu. Now, everybody. Hey, family always comes first, as everybody knows. You can't be taken off, and you got family things to do, and it's perfectly acceptable and normal thing to supersede ham stuff. Anyway, who else we got south of or east of Mount Juliet Road? Anybody?
KK4 welcome.
Hey, I haven't heard from you in a while.
Hey man, I've been working crazy hours, Paul, and I just wanted to see if I could check in from a pickup truck.
Uh-huh. You are? Which radio are you using the pickup truck now?
I'm using the Fusion. The Fusion 400.
Oh, yeah. And the antenna?
The low jet stream.
Yeah, I love that. The name always means, how every time I hear the word jet stream or OPEC or tram, I think cheap.
Well, I guess every man has a right to his own opinion, but man, I guess I've had this one on the truck probably 7 or 8 years.
Oh no, I didn't say it was an accurate description. That's what I think every time I hear Jetstream, because you see so little of their product out there, and they're just competitive. They're no worse, and they're probably better than some of the other stuff I've seen out there. And I have had some Jetstream, and they were just fine.
Yeah, man, like I say, I can't say nothing bad about this because, like I said, I had no problems out of it, none whatsoever.
Very good. Well, good to have you in there, Dennis. Hadn't heard from you in a long time. I figure you must be working some long hours, or we were on your, do not fly list or something.
Yeah, man, I've been working them long, crazy hours and stuff. Like I said, I just heard you guys in there and want to check in to give you another number, not that you need it. But I'm going to get into the shack here in just a second, and I'll get back up on there.
Sounds good. Appreciate you being in there. I haven't heard, like I said, I haven't heard from you in a while, Dennis, but you got a good signal there. Where are you located in the truck? You're right near home?
Yeah, I just pulled into the driveway up here in Laverne.
Okay, very good. That was Dennis, Kilo 4, Echo X-Ray Yankee in Laverne. And good to have you in there, Dennis. Who else we got this? Well, we're going to go, if we went to the well too often on the east, let's make sure we're going east of Mount Juliet Road. Please come in. All right, south of 40, then we'll go there, please.
KN4AJL.
How are you doing, Bob?
Doing pretty good, Paul. Had high intentions of making the ham quest today and had to go to work and didn't get back home till about noon. And unfortunately, I missed it.
Yeah, well, it's family and work comes first, and you just proved that when you got it. Man, they said it was going to be nicer today, and it was pretty darn hot.
Yeah, I went into work early this morning. It was beautiful out this morning. Nice and cool. Good, really good day to get done whatever you had to do. But on up in the day, yeah, it's a little bit warm.
Yeah, by the end of the Ham Fest, I was complaining. Well, not complaining. We actually had a nice little breeze. It was actually kind of pleasing. It wasn't too bad. It's just that, when you're standing around for 5 hours and in summer warmth and humidity, it's not comfortable.
Yeah, I copy that. I come home and I was kind of tired. I done worked about 60 hours this week and laid down and took me a little nap and got ready for the net here tonight.
All right. Well, we appreciate you being there. That's, of course, Bob, Kilo November 4, Alpha Juliet Lima, and he's in Las Casas. Great signal. Sorry you couldn't make it. Yeah, we had several people show up and some I never met before, so it was kind of nice. And then some people who were unfamiliar with the net and expressed interest in it, so it was kind of neat. And I suspect that we'll get even more or some more activity. And also on our website, we're averaging about 4 Yeah, about 4 a day views of that website. So it wasn't that way always. It was about 2, and it creeped up to 3 a little bit. Now it's creeping up to 4. So I guess people. In fact, we had one. I think it was yesterday. Might have been today. It was yesterday. It was one guy from somebody. I say guy. Somebody from China was looking at the website. So maybe they're just finding out what we're doing with their radio. So who else we got south of 40? Please come now.
Gonna talk Simplex to us, right?
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, if there's a band opening that big, man, that'd be great on 2 meters. I've never talked to China myself, even on HF, Korea once, and Japan, and Eastern Russia, but never China.
Yeah, I copied that. Well, hey, Paul, I'll tell you what, I'm sure there's a bunch of guys out there that'd like to check in. I'm gonna ease on out of here and hand it back to you. So, 7-3. Have a good evening.
All right, very good, Bob. Good to have you in there. That's Kilo November 4, Alpha Juliet Lima in Las Casas. Who else south of 40?
K4TYJ. K4TY.
All right, hold on. I'm going to take the TYJ first. I didn't catch the whole thing. There was a, I don't know, it was a double or a triple in there. But how you doing there, James? Or Jim, excuse me.
Oh, I'm doing good. I didn't mean to key up with anybody. It's kind of hard to tell out here sometimes. But, yeah, we're doing good. I had intentions of making the ham fest, but woke up this morning and decided that stay home would probably be the best thing for me. So I enjoyed the time here at the house. It was good.
Oh, yeah. No, it was, man, I noticed some, either I'm getting, I saw some equipment. It looked like it was old helicopters. And I said, how long is it going to take to sell that? And who's going to buy it? It's old. Oh, it looks like it's from the late 40s, early 50s.
Some of you old guys will go buy it.
I'm sure, but I ain't going to be one of them because it's all, I believe it's all AM equipment, all that old stuff. Well, very good, Jim. Good to have you in there. And that's Jim. And you remembered Woodbury. That's Jim, Kilo Echo 4, Tango Yankee Juliet in Woodbury. How much power are you running down there today, Jim?
10 watts.
Yeah, you don't need any more with the beam. You can use 5 watts to me usually. But 10 watts from Woodbury on his beam and doing well. Anybody else south of 40?
Kilo November 4, Charlie Quebec.
Ah, very good. Yeah, there was a double or a triple in there, and Jim came in kind of before the double. Was there somebody else on top of you? Do you know? Because I don't. Well, no, I'll just ask later. How you doing, Preston?
I'm doing well. Can't complain a bit. Shoot, that must sounded good out there this afternoon.
Yeah, I had to take time to recover from being on my feet that long during the day. Like I said, 5 hours at the Ham Fest, and it was plenty for me.
Well, yeah, used to stand up all day when I worked on a printing press, but shoot, that hasn't been the case here lately. But like I said, everybody sounded good out there, Paul. And I'll say 73s and pass it back to you.
All righty, we got that's Preston, Kilo November 4, Charlie, Quebec, and he is in. I think it's Possum Trot.
Yeah, you got it now, man.
It takes me a while, if you haven't noticed. Well, very good. Appreciate you being there, Preston. Who else south of 40? Please come down.
K4OFO.
Hey, were you playing Master at Arms at the event today? Danny? I mean, Donnie, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did pretty well.
Yeah, did you buy anything good?
I got me a nice tower. I found a 50-foot tower. That's something I've been looking at and wanting. And the guy had it at a good price on it. So I did scarf that up. So I hope they'll get my antenna up about 10 more feet, 15 more feet, see what happens there.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm not gonna notice the difference because you got a great signal to me. But where do you have the most difficulty hearing people? Do you know?
I have trouble hearing the people on the hand talking from up around. Well, I couldn't hear the guy from LaGuardo tonight, and up in that area, I can pick them up just a little bit here and there, but not much. But I think eventually I'll be able to get them. I can pick up a small little word every once in a while, but can't make anything out much.
Yeah, no, I got you. It is, and that's what's funny is that's what drove me to do better too, was the fact that if I couldn't hear somebody well, I found it annoying. You know, I said, well, they're not that far from me. I should be doing better than that.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good comments about your being there today and having the table set up. There was a lot of people that were very much interested once they found out you're there, wanted to meet you and everything and find out a little bit more about the net. So I hope it turns out to be successful and everything for you, and I believe it will.
Oh, well, I got to tell you, Donnie, we are already a success. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find too many nets that have, 15 to 30 check-ins twice a week. That's a tough one, even for the big nets. I mean, I hear somebody was bragging, not bragging, not the right word. They were just commenting, hey, we had 30 people on this net. And I thought, yeah, that is good. No question about it on a repeater net. But we get that, we've been as high as 29 on this net. And we don't have the reach of the big repeaters,
Yeah, that's great. And this net right here is going to really prove to be important if we ever have to use it in an emergency because it's getting out very well. And but I was glad to see you there today, and glad to see everybody that was there. Had a good time. Got to meet some people I hadn't met before, but I recognized call numbers. So thank you for everything, and everybody's there. 73s to you. I'll go back to the net. Thank you.
KG4S.
We're not up on that side of it yet, Charles. Hold on. Unless you got an emergency.
Can I thank OFO for introducing me to you?
Oh, you just did, and yes, you can.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
I probably would have never met you there, Paul.
Oh, that's all right. I'm glad you did. You get to find out who's I think I've said this before, but you get an impression of somebody if you talk to somebody for a long time, but you never meet them. So I've had impressions of different people over the time, and I have this impression of them. Then I meet them, and I think to myself, they're not supposed to look like that because I already have an impression of the person in my head.
Carry on. I'm back on the side.
Very good. We'll catch you later. I'll check you in a little bit when you come back. When we get back up to the north side there. Or west of Mount Juliet. So anybody else south of Mount Juliet Road, please? South of I-4, I-40, please go in.
Keith, you about talked out yet for the day? K4 IDC. If you doing these yet?
I did, Richard. Hold on. We had like a quadruple in there, but I heard Robin in there, Kilo 4 India Delta Charlie, and he snuck in. Robin, you there?
I am. Good evening.
Yeah, you snuck in between a couple other doubles, but you did well. Yeah, we didn't get together today, but we can do that another day.
Roger that. Yeah, it was a busy, good day for both of us, I think.
Yeah, it was. It was good. I thought it was good. Did you sell much out of your booth?
I did. I offloaded the Drake equipment and a couple of pieces of my stuff, gave away some stuff. It was a good day.
Fantastic. Yep. And then you made a referral to a guy coming over to talk to me. Nice fellow. That Larry Cagle, K4WLO.
Right. I'm hoping he'll try to join us from down in his area, region. I think he's in Manchester or Tullahoma.
Yeah, well, I got his card here in front of me, and it says, you probably got one, it says K4WLO, CW, digital, single sideband. And we're going to have to correct him, and it's got to put FM Simplex on the card. No, he's a nice fellow, though. He was raised in Birmingham. It reminded me, actually, of a friend of mine who lives down there. All righty. Well, I appreciate you being there, Robin. That's Kilo 4 India Delta Charlie, who had a successful day at the event in Lebanon. Good to have you in there, Robin. He's just south of Mount Juliet, 5 or 6 miles along the east side of Percy Priest Lake. Who else south of 40? Please come in. I heard some doubles in there. Besides Richard. Hold on, Richard. Just before we do that, I-40.
Kilo Delta 4 Zulu Golf Yankee.
Ah, very good. How are you tonight? Hello, Kilo Delta 4 Zulu Golf Yankee. You're in there. How are you?
Oh, fine. I didn't know who you was on that. I apologize, but I can't always hear the the 5 watts up on your end there, and I'm probably jumping on top of them or doubling with them, and I apologize for all that.
Well, you got to check out the later. You check in about 30 minutes into the net and hear how strong your signal is. You wouldn't believe it.
I appreciate it. I enjoyed meeting you today, and also I kept thinking he'll find a chair in a few minutes and sit down and rest them long legs, but I never did see you sit down.
Oh, I did a couple of times, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel right talking to people who are standing up by me sitting down. No, I was good. I was a little tired at the end of the 5 hours there, but had a good time. And I brought anybody that wasn't there. I took a whole box, probably 30 or 40 my wall-wart collection. I sold one of those, and then there was another cable, one of those cables, the older cables you used for printers. It was a USB on one end, and then that connector on the end of it, whatever it's called. But anyway, my big $2 sales, $1 a piece. It was funny.
Well, let's look at it this way: you had $2 worth of sale and $1 million worth of fun, so you come out on top.
Oh yeah, no, it's I wasn't counting. I know I'm not going to get rich selling wall warts, that's for sure.
I appreciate it, Paul, and I'll let you go on. I know there's others in there wanting to come in. I do thank you for letting me in, and I apologize if I step on someone that I don't hear on my end there. But have a good afternoon, and we'll catch you another time there. It's Kilo Delta 4 Zulu Golf Yankee Ed, Shelbyville, Tennessee.
Yeah, big signal from Shelbyville. That really is. It's just if you can get on the web and see that on YouTube, it's really, really loud compared to some others. It's just a very good good signal, good audio, good signal. Who else? South of 40, please come out. All righty. Well, Richard, I'll have to bring you in there since we skipped over you there.
Yeah, I was late getting here. Good evening. I had a real good time up at the ham quest today, and look forward to next year. Hope everything's going well for everybody, and hope all that could made it. I'll turn it back over to you, Paul, KI4SIB.
Yeah, that's Richard over in Lebanon, and it's Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo, and it's not on his HT this time. He's doing good on the base unit. You're still using the same antenna, right? Because you actually, that antenna is good. Wes was just telling me that your signal is big down into Watertown.
Oh, really?
That's what he tells me.
Well, I guess there's hope. I'm starting to think maybe the coax may be the culprit. I don't think it's the radio or the antenna, but I'm not real convinced that coax I'm using is the best in the world. I may have to swap that out.
Well, it is important. There's no question about that. Of course, if maybe Kevin can just stop over there with his analyzer and figure it out for you.
They ask you to do that sometime. Anyway, y'all carry on. Appreciate it. Have a great night. KI4SIB, back to net.
Well, you notice how I volunteer Kevin's time, not mine. I don't have an analyzer. All right, good to have you in there, Richard. And again, Kilo India 4 Sierra Sierra India Bravo in Lebanon. That's a new QTH for him. Who else south of 40? Or at this point, we already skipped. Well, one more time, south of 40.
K1SPD.
Ah, so you were. Had you tried to check in earlier?
No, I just been waiting.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I thought we exhausted south of 40. Yeah, it was a great. Did you buy anything today?
I did buy a Magnum mount quarter wave for the car to get rid of that through glass antenna.
Oh man, getting rid of the through glass. I've had a good experience with my through glass. It's just not intended to be a DX antenna, you know.
No, but I would like it a little bit better for local.
Yeah. Again, it's one of those deals. If you're just, well, it really isn't good for crap, honestly.
Pretty much. That was a good crowd there today.
Yeah, I talked to Bill WKU today. As I was leaving, he said he thought it exceeded last year's by a pretty good number.
Oh, good. Yeah. A friend of my son's had texted him and said, "Hey, find me something, an older HF rig." I said, "We should have picked up one of those helicopters and brought it to him."
Oh my gosh. I wouldn't even know what to do with that besides making a decoration.
A lot of those out there. All righty, Paul, carry on. K1SPD. Oh, by the way, good to meet you, too.
Oh yeah, no, very good. That's what's partly the fun of going to a ham fest is finally putting a face to the call and to the voice because it's like I said before, we live by those voices, and then when you meet somebody, you go, you're not supposed to look like that.
Well, we did have an advantage. You do have your picture on your QRZ page.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's that mean picture I put up there.
I was about to say you cleaned up pretty well today, then.
Yeah. Well, there's also the videos, so they can see me in the ham music videos that my wife and I produce. So I'm not, I'm easy to find a picture of. In fact, if you do a search I think on the search engines, you can probably find me as well. But I don't know if there's any current pictures up there. I mean, maybe some really old ones from my Navy days, perhaps. I don't know. Anyway, appreciate you being in there. That's Scott, Kilo 1, Sierra Papa Delta in Laverne. Who else? Anybody else out the 40? I was expecting to hear Larry in there. No, Larry. Well, move over to the west end, west of Mount Juliet Road, west of Davidson, west of Davidson, west of Wilson County. Please come in.
CM4YRF. Hello, Paul.
Hello. We had a double in there, but I'm taking Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot first because I didn't make out the other one. How you doing, Michael?
I'm doing good. I had a great time at the Ham Quest today.
Yeah, I didn't realize it until about 3 hours in. I really should have brought a container with water in.
Well, I was going to come and ask if you wanted coffee, and I got sidetracked and forgot.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't pass out, bust my head wide open, then we could have blamed you.
Well, I'm always good to put the blame on.
Now, I would. Yeah, I don't know. It was warm enough that I don't think any more coffee would have made me go to the bathroom because I was perspiring pretty good the whole time. Because it got warmer as the morning wore on.
Yeah, it got warmer as the day went on, but it was just a beautiful day. I had an antenna analyzer stolen right out from under me today while I was there.
Oh, you were going to buy it and somebody took it from you?
Yeah, I kept thinking about it, and I went back. I was going to make the guy an offer, and just as I walked up there, the guy picked it up and paid for it, and my heart sank.
Didn't look like you could take him?
Well, I just didn't want to try. I'm too old for that now.
Oh, I know, but if you get him from behind, it's easier.
Yeah, and I had Kurt with me, so he would probably helped out.
Now, that's why I tell people when say, is it difficult to manage the the two older ladies who live with my mother and my mother-in-law, 90 and 94? I said, no, it's easy because I know I can take both of them.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
All right, very good, Michael. That's Michael, Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot in Bellshire, northeast of Nashville. Good signal again, though, Michael. Who else west of Mount Juliet Road?
WY4G.
Hey, you didn't make it today, but you were probably working.
Yeah, I worked. They got off 5 o'clock, so I did the 8 to 5 routine. That's what I do just about every Saturday.
Jeff, I think you work a 6-day week. Didn't you tell me that?
Yeah, I have 2 jobs. I work my regular one Monday through Friday, and I have a part-time thing I do on Saturday.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of work. It's I hope you're able to take it nice and easy on Sundays because working 6 days, I've done it, and it's not fun.
No, but it does have its benefits. I'm not doing it to make the extra money, so I don't make a lot of money, but discounts kind of come in nice when I need them. But other than that, it's just something to do.
Yep, I got you. By the way, that's Jeff, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf, a good signal out of Madison. Are you able to copy many people in on the east or the south?
No, you and the station in Bellshire I can copy. I've been I've not been able to hear anyone else.
I got you. Yeah. Just need a monster tower. That's all you need, like the rest of us do.
Well, I've got the tower up. I just need an antenna. That'd help me more than anything.
Yeah, well, having a good antenna I found was critical. I wasn't just surprised, I was shocked at how much a difference it made with a high quality, high gain antenna. So, but I've said that enough times, so, and it's true. Somehow we think we can defy, physics by getting a relatively inexpensive antenna and then expecting the performance of a high-priced antenna.
It just doesn't work that way. Hopefully sometime in the near future, maybe I'll be able to invest a better antenna, something more like what you're using right now. But that's, I look at the price on that. It's nice little price tag on it, but it's well worth it. It's a good quality product.
Well, I'm sure the antenna will outlive me. And you're right. I just wish, and I say this in the nicest possible way, I wish I was smart enough to have bought that antenna 10 years ago. I would have had a lot more fun because I can't, I still am astonished how good it is compared to the other antennas I've used. So that's why it's best if you can, and if new people in the hobby, buy the best possible antenna you can afford right now. Don't wait. Don't just stick up a simple ground plane or a small, little J pole. Get the best antenna you can get your hands on. Don't think you're going to get away. You're going to have more fun with the better antenna. And I'll leave it at that. I don't want to preach to the masses here. Who else we got? West of Mount Juliet Road. And again, Jeff, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf up in Madison. But who else west of Mount Juliet Road?
Whiskey 4 Alpha Whiskey Echo.
You didn't make it today. You must have been busy.
Well, I had the best of intentions, but sort of early morning work got me.
Oh, yeah. No, work comes first. Well, I don't want it to come first, but it always has to come first. And family, of course. But, yeah, you got a great signal tonight, John.
Was it a good turnout today?
One of the guys who organizes it, Bill, he told me that he said that he was pretty sure it exceeded the last year's by maybe 100.
That's great. Had 400 today, Paul. Seeing you and meeting folks, but at least, I think we've got a breakfast coming up in August, don't we?
Yes, that would be the second Saturday in August, which is, I believe that's 2 weeks from. No, it can't be 2 weeks from today. It'll be 3 weeks from today because this isn't the first weekend in August. So it'll be, 3 weeks from tomorrow. 3 weeks from today, and whatever date that is in August. And I don't have an August calendar up there.
Sounds good.
All right, John. Hope to see you then, too. Who else west of 40? That was Whiskey 4 Alpha Whiskey Echo, and that's John in Bellevue. Who else west of Mount Juliet Road? West of Mount Juliet Road. Nobody else west, now north. Charles, you can speak now. Now he goes silent on me. Who's north of north of Lebanon Road, north of Division Street? Please come in. Nobody north. I'm holding on here. North. They all fell asleep.
KB9 RKK.
Hey. Yeah, good to hear you in there, Frank. Did you buy anything good or see anything good?
I think I spent more on the food, but I bought a little better antenna for the HD.
It's amazing. We drive 20 miles, pay $5 to get in, and you buy a $10 antenna.
Yeah, well, I was there, to help out, so that kept me busy. I did that intentionally so I wouldn't spend any money.
Oh, I didn't. I was at the table the entire time, and I never even. The only two tables I saw besides mine were the ones on the left and the right of me. I did see the one across the way a little bit, but I couldn't see what he was selling.
Yeah, I saw a few things and a few strange things, and I think I saw this humongous tape recorder for video, and I think they might have sold it. Now that thing looked like it was probably $50,000 when it was new.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. That audio, multiple track audio and video tape machine that went for tens of thousands new. And I wonder how much you didn't find out how much he sold it for?
No, he said he didn't even know if it worked when I helped him unload it to set up the table. He's like, but he had somebody that was interested in it, and before he, so I guess he had prearranged for the guy to come out.
Oh well, yeah. It's somebody buys that stuff. It's called hobby stuff because otherwise, what are you going to do with something like that?
Well, exact words were it lights up cool. It looks cool when it's lit up.
Yeah, I guess. All right, very good. Good to have you in there, Frank. And that's Frank Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo in North Wilson County. Good signal, by the way, again.
Thank you. Yeah, finally, well, we figured out it was the mic cord, and by you letting me hear myself, so there is some value to the streaming.
Oh yeah, no, there is. Aside from people getting tired of looking at me, you can just turn off the monitor and just listen to the audio.
Yeah. Well, we'll turn it back over to Net, KB9RKK.
Yeah, very good. Anybody else up north of Division Street, north of Lebanon Road?
KG4S.
Hey, Charles. Did you buy anything today, or were you just looking?
I bought some guy wire for $10, pretty good bit of it, and to get this thing up here better. And that guy in Lagardo, I was going to tell you where Lagardo is. It's between Gallatin and Highway 70. It's kind of between Gallatin and the west side of Lebanon.
Yeah, I had to think about it. You're right. I remembered it more now that you mentioned it because I've been up that way. I just don't get up that way very often, so I couldn't think for the life of me where it was.
He said you stood for 5 hours. He had them chairs, but them chairs were not the best, but better than nothing, huh?
Oh, they're better. Yeah, and again, most of the people, obviously the people who showed up at the table were all standing, so I felt kind of uncomfortable sitting and talking to people. So it was better. It wasn't that big a deal. I mean, heck, I'm a able-bodied adult. I think I should be able to stand for 5 hours without falling down.
And what was I gonna say? Good to finally meet you. Oh, and what were all those Walmarts too? I've seen all them.
Everything under the sun. I couldn't even tell you what they were to. It's like a 25-year collection.
I thought that cord was to a desktop computer.
They were cords to those desktop computers or whatever else somebody wants to use them for. I had a guy I worked with one time, and his father and mother lived with them in their home, and it kind of grated on his nerves. And he saw his dad throwing out an appliance, an older, like a kitchen appliance. And he went over and he cut off the cord before he threw the appliance in the garbage. And he says, the guy cuts off a cord and saves an electrical cord, 4 or 5 foot electrical. The guy's nuts. And I said, what do you mean nuts? I do it all the time.
Well, other than that, what else did you do there?
That was it. I was stuck behind that table trying to entertain the troops, so to speak. Just talking to people. There was quite a bit of interest, and a lot of people I don't see very often because I don't get out that often. But that was all the fun, meeting you and seeing Donnie. I had only seen him one time before, and I think he was at the breakfast. But you know what I'm saying, the meeting people, and I was just having fun doing that.
Is Donnie OFO?
Yes.
Okay, and my wife said something to me, and I guess she said it was nice to meet you, and I completely forgot what else I was going to say.
Oh, that's all right. Well, very good. I'm glad to meet you, Charles, and hope you make out good getting that tower guide down. So appreciate you checking in. It's Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Foxtrot, and he is in Cotton Town. Your signal is good tonight, Charles.
Well, those say something else and I can't remember what it is. Dang, I hate when that happens.
Yeah, join the club. Very good. Good to hear from you. Appreciate you checking in. Who else we got north of any? Well, yeah, north of 70, north of Division Street. Please come in.
I'm sorry. What is the website address?
146.415.net. 14, just like the frequency one, except there's no decimal in there. 146.415.net. All righty. Who else? Anybody else north of Lebanon Road? Lebanon, excuse me. All righty. Late check-ins. Any place, anywhere, anytime, or any place. Please come down. Anybody late check-ins? Please come now. Anybody? I'll move on to the lollygaggers, sandbaggers, scanner listeners, and lurkers. Put those out of order. Memory's going bad.
Real quick, who has a YouTube video in Shelbyville?
What about Shelbyville?
I overheard you say something about YouTube and somebody checking from Shelbyville.
Oh yeah. We have a guy who regularly now checking in from Shelbyville, and he's got a real big signal there. He's got a beam that's pointed in this direction. That's Ed, Kilo Delta 4 Zulu Golf Yankee, and about the web, it's just that so you can hear your own signal. You can just look it up on YouTube. You're talking about that? Is that the website you're looking for?
Does he have a YouTube video? I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about YouTube.
Okay, yes, yeah. I live stream this on YouTube, so you can find it on the web by just do a search in YouTube with my call Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey K4 PEW, and you'll see an image of it's actually a wedding. It's a wedding shot of me and my wife. It's from 7 years ago, but that's the channel. The channel is called Brain Trusts. BRAINTRUSTS. One word. Brain Trusts. But it should be there. You just click on the image of me and the wife there, and you'll see each of. Excuse me. And then on videos, you'll see each of the videos that we've done on the live feed, and you can hear yourself. In your case, right now, it'll be around 50 minutes, 50 minutes into the net. If you want to just skip over all the other people, you don't have to listen to an hour's worth of the net. You with me now? YouTube. You can look at my call, K4 PEW.
So look up on your call. All right.
Very good. Hope you enjoy it. And you get to hear what you sound like. You sound good, really. All right. Anybody else north or anywhere? No, we were taking late check-ins, and then we moved on to the lollygaggers, sandbaggers, and lurkers, scanner listeners. Anybody? Nobody wants to own up being a lurker or sandbagger?
KG4, am I saying?
But you had to check in twice? What, for lollygagger and sandbagger?
Yeah, I figured you called me that. I might as well check in on that one too.
Yeah, very good. Well, so I was hoping you relieve me like you did last year on the table, and you didn't do that, so I suffered the consequences.
Sorry, Paul. I had, man, just like the other fella, I had intended to go, but I just couldn't make it.
Oh yeah, I know. No big deal. I mean, obviously you were taking care of some family stuff, and nobody's gonna throw stones at you for that. But if you were serious about ham radio, you wouldn't even have a family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. All right. Well, I'll let you go. Finish up with the net. KG4, am I saying?
Yeah, very good, Kevin. Yeah, you guys have seen it, the ones who haven't seen it, that ham radio video that my wife and I wrote up and produced, and she sang, and we put that as a collaborative. And the one that, the ham radio hoarder, where this woman takes all the radios, and this guy, one of the comments was, he goes, yeah, I got divorced. My wife took everything I owned in ham radios. So it does happen. All righty. No more check-ins. We're going for the final late check-ins. Please come in. All righty, we can move it. Does anybody have any?
Kenwood TS850.
FT2000. Have a Drake Matchbox. Other miscellaneous stuff.
Wow. How much is the miscellaneous stuff?
How much is your wall work collection?
About $1.50. All right, Robin, would you do me? Robin has the highlights of that where he's got some Roan 45 tower. He's got what was the second item? I got the third, the TS 850. What was the second item?
Roan gin pole.
Oh, the gin poles for the Roan 45, TS 850, an FT 2000, a Drake Matchbox, and unsubstantiated list of miscellaneous items. But again, we're going to put that up. If you'll make that list or give it to, you know how to put that up on the Yahoo group. So that'd be the best thing to do, to just get that out there to the group.
I'll do that. Thank you.
Yeah, or somebody can call, anybody interested in that Roan or the gin pole or the TS 850 or the FT 2000 by Yaesu or the Drake Matchbox. And if anybody's interested in unbranded miscellaneous items, but you can contact him at his call at comcast.net. Anybody else have something to sell or talk about or want?
Cat for IDC.
I don't think Robin's going to copy it, Charlie. He's in kind of a bad spot with a relatively crappy antenna.
He don't like me anyways. I bothered him and he just finally gave me a battery to get rid of me.
No, he's in a bad spot. I'm pretty sure. Robin, you're not copying Charles and Cotton Town, right?
No, sorry, I'm not. And I'm going to tell Ed what he says about his antenna.
Why Ed? Which antenna are you using now?
The Ed Thong.
Oh, that Ed. Okay, great. Yeah, well. Hey, listen, I've seen a picture of Ed. I think I can take him too.
Especially if you wear those electric green shorts, he'll be scared.
Yeah, that scares off a few people, doesn't it? All right, very good, Robin. Yeah, if you'll put that up, everybody get a good chance to shot at that. Does anybody else have anything they are wanting to sell or buy? Please come down. Last chance. And I've got a good collection of wall warts. Tell me what voltage you need. You're going to have to mess with the connector yourself, but I've got a bunch of them. All righty, no more. One more chance. All righty, we're closing on that. I hope everybody got something out of that. We had 20 check-ins, although Kevin did check in twice. Once as a lollygagger and once as a regular check-in, but I'm not counting it that way. But it's a good night. It was a busy day for most people, most hams, and I suspect they're spending time with their family now. That's what I was trying to do. So have a great night, guys. Appreciate you checking in and hope you got something out of the net. 73s.
Hey, Paul, I'm sorry about the baby crying.
Oh, you don't have to apologize about that. That's what babies do.